something, because somebody did something stupid.
We'll wait and call the meeting to order. Thank everybody coming out. This, like I say, special call meeting, so we can only accommodate what's on the agenda, which we had a couple things, just kind of cleaning up year end. But the first being to swear in our new city commissioners, which is the same city commissioners. We appreciate y'all willingness to run again and do this another time, so.
We stand up, you go around. Huh?
Yeah, I'll go around. I don't have to do it, because I'm in the middle of the term.
We have to do the swearing and all that. Right hand up,
If we're gonna fight a duel, we better do it before
I know.
we make a swear
This
in.
means I get to swear at you.
That's true.
I'm gonna start with Kevin.
We all do it together, don't we?
All right. Now, well, what I always do is read through, put your right hand, but read through the whole thing.
And say I
And
do.
you all say I do instead
Okay.
of
Yeah.
repeating it, if that's okay. And they told me that is okay to do
All right.
that, so. Okay, so I do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky so long as I continue a citizen thereof. And I will faithfully execute to the best of my ability the office of Beaver Dam City Commissioner according to law. And I do further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, I, being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapon within this state, nor out of it, nor have I sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have I acted as seconded in carrying a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending, so help me God.
I do.
I do. Thank you all very much. You have 2 more years of it.
I'd be glad when they change that thing.
Yeah.
They
I
will.
don't know. I
I love
kind of
the
like
part
the
about
thought
the-
of I might make a duel.
I love the part about the duel.
I know. That's kind of.
But we
I keep thinking
can't,
we
we
wanna
can't have
challenge
even
somebody,
talked.
then I can't run
Yeah,
for
we
office.
can't have even talked about it already, so Kevin, you and I can't talk.
I know. I'd like to try it once to see.
I'd like to challenge somebody to one of them.
Mud wrestling contest.
No, not mud wrestling. No, not even do that anymore.
Okay, first item, and a lot of this we're having to do, it's kind of housekeeping, technical stuff. Our ARPA funds, and these are projects we've talked about for quite some time, but we have to have them committed by December 31st. We've got all the paperwork in place, but I just wanted to have final action from you all, just kind of a booster, I guess, if for lack of a better word. So the first item I'd like to discuss is the parking lot asphalt, which is over here on East First Street, where
Joe
the
Ashby Place.
Jewett Crow
Jewett
building
Crow
used to be on First Street. Scotty's gave us a bid. Of course, Scotty's, we already have a bid for paving for them. So this was more or less just, again, so I could have the paperwork and the documentation we need for the ARPA funding. But they're looking at, what we're doing is paving the new west parking lot, which is the big one. Doing some paving on what they're calling the east parking lot, which is when you turn in on the alley towards Main Street. We were going to do a row of parking there. Resurface the alley from 2nd to 1st, and resurface Madison from 2nd to 1st. And those total, for the west parking lot, $47,025. For the east parking lot, $7,837.50. The alley is $4,180. And then Madison Street's $5,225. And all that is basically 615 tons of asphalt at the $104.50 a ton that Scotty's has already quoted. So this is more a proposal than it is a quote, because we do have the quote from them. But I would like to approve those funds for this parking lot.
I make the motion that we approve the funds for those parking lots and the 1st through 2nd on Madison.
Does that include any kind of prep work there?
Well, that's next.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This, because they had the paving quote, it's kind of separate.
Second, man.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify with aye. Opposed, same. Then motion passes. The next item is the required site prep and stone for asphalt. Mobilization of equipment and crews, clean and sweep area of existing pavement, mill edge keys at termination points were needed for tie-ins, excavate areas of sod and remove from site. Materials and labor to place 6 inches of KYTC dense graded aggregate in the new pavement areas. For the big parking lot, what they call the west parking lot, it'd be a lump sum of $20,596. The east parking lot,
$8,565. For the alleyway, $2,403.84. And for Madison Street, $1,602.55. This is under the $40,000 threshold, so we do not have to bid this project out. So I would like approval to use ARPA funds for that as well.
So moved.
So I have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion on that? Okay, those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. That motion passes. And then we have a third bid for some concrete sidewalks, which is the next item on here is the sidewalk. This includes mobilization of equipment and crews, excavating the existing conditions, sod and soils in the new concrete areas, material and labor to place a 4-inch KYTC dense graded aggregate, materials and labor to form, reinforce, pour, and finish concrete as follows. Removal of forms and spoils from the site. And they've got something on here we don't need. Isn't that right, Trav? At the header curb, we do not need.
We wasn't gonna do the header curve.
But it's concrete sidewalks, 4 inches thick, 2,160 square foot, price of $24,516. And I would entertain a motion to use the remaining ARPA funds for that.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion passes. I think, I'm going from memory right now, and I apologize for that. Amy told me I think we had like $142,000 left in ARPA funds, and this all totals up to be about $150,000 or $51,000.
I was thinking it was in the 120, but I could be off. It might be 140.
Can I ask a question? And this is, it's maybe completely oblivious, but is it going to be where they're, when you come off of First Street, you make the turn there on First Street and come down 62 toward McHenry, is there going to be something to keep people from just driving over into the parking lot?
No, that's where the sidewalk's going.
Is it going to be raised
We're
sidewalk?
doing a raised sidewalk to
Okay.
match up with between Main and the alley.
And that
there'll
way
be
kind of keep a kind of
Right.
a buffer there.
There'll be a sidewalk between the
'Cause I was
alley
worried about
and
that.
Madison, and then down Madison
Down Madison to the Guns.
to the,
Singers building.
well, up to where the entrance is. The way we're looking at doing, the way it was laid out, you'll come in and turn into the alley. You'll be able to park on both sides of the alley, go up so far, then come into the parking lot. You can, we're losing 4 parking spaces, but you can shoot straight across to Madison.
Right.
Or you can come into the alley and then you turn and there's a U shape down in there with parking, and parking.
Angle parking.
I think we figured up, well, I think it was 52 spots and we're losing 4, so it'll be about 48 parking spots in there.
Yeah.
48, that's wonderful. I'm so happy.
And it didn't affect that drain we looked at, Travis, the drainage?
They're doing new drainage.
They're doing a new drainage? Okay.
That was included in the,
Okay, because we looked at a drain that
Yeah.
might be.
Well, and they did say there may be some other underwater storming we have to do later, but
Yeah.
we're hoping not.
There was maybe a little problem with the water drainage, but wasn't, I didn't think it was
well, I
major.
believe that the quote they gave us included 3 drains. Is that right, Paul? Maybe 3.
On the pavement.
It was under the prep work.
Doesn't say a drain.
He acted like it was.
But there was something we talked about that they were
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one.
going to
drain we looked
include,
at.
but then they do have some more if it gets into, we decided we want a lot more done.
That little alley used to be a one-way from Second to First. Is it still gonna stay that way?
No, it'll be one way from first to second.
That's what I wondered, what you was describing that hadn't changed.
Well,
Okay.
and that's kind of the way it's been operating now.
Well, I mean, on the sign,
It's got a
No, I know.
sign on it, still pointing from first to second.
From first to second, but there's a stop sign at first.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It seems a little odd.
Yeah, but that was been done.
So that'll be changed. Okay.
Because there's no.
There is no alley on between second and third all the way through now.
What about the striping on it? Is it in that bid too to stripe it?
No, we'll get Adam to do that after the fact. But this uses up all of our ARPA funds. That was my main thing.
But y'all are gonna be able to stripe it.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we've got all that set up, but I just needed to, we have to have these funds committed by December 31. And we thought we had it taken care of, but they've informed us that through grad and federal government that we may need a little more than what we were doing. So we put it in the form of motions. We're going to have signed work orders and what have you and everything like that. Okay, next item under the agenda is personnel.
We hired a second guy for sanitation. His name is Jacob Hatfield. Started him at $12.50 an hour. I just need that approve it to you guys.
Make a motion to approve
Jacob Hatfield.
Jacob Hatfield as a new employee at $12.50 an hour for sanitation.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion passes. And then the next item is a new vehicle.
Yes, I've got some quotes, and it's on a state bid, so we don't have to worry about the 40,000 threshold for a new utility truck for us, if y'all would like to look at it.
Is this replacing one that we have?
Probably end up getting rid of that. We have a 2009. It'll probably be the next truck that we need to get rid of.
And this was in the budget.
Yes,
When we approved the budget in June, so.
Well, if you say we need it, then I feel like we need it. Kevin and I took a ride in a truck for the fire department one time, and you needed it, didn't you?
A Chevrolet.
Chevy, baby. Both of them just not approving now.
That's why we have to get new ones every so often.
Well, we're getting rid of Ford right now.
I was gonna say, I'm a
We're getting
Kia
rid of
girl,
Ford.
but I like my
Yeah, but
Chevy.
it's almost 15 years old.
Yeah, that's true.
The Chevrolet won't be here around 15 years from now.
Hey,
Have to see.
old Red's a 99, it's still a going.
Yeah, but you're not doing it what they do with it.
Have you seen old Red?
Ford put my kid through college, you leave me alone.
Yeah. As long as it runs, I don't care what kind it is.
I did them all, and there's no difference in them hardly when you get down to it, because they all cost, it don't matter.
Yeah.
Where you find it? Well, I didn't see where you getting it from.
Bob Hook Chevrolet.
Where?
Bob Hook, it's out of Louisville.
Yeah.
Always makes me wonder why they can't get the state bid on some one of these places closer.
Louisville is actually about as close as we can go.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why the others won't do it.
And the main reason that we've been actually going with Chevys is one, availability.
Yeah, I
And
know.
second, they're the closest to us. There's some Ford places in Somerset that we could go to and get trucks, or
But isn't the one in Lexington?
there's
The big-
Paul
Mitchell
Paul
Ford, the big
Yeah.
one
Paul
there.
Miller, isn't it?
Miller, yeah.
Yeah, Paul Miller.
But see, he advertises UK basketball, so we should be going up there.
Well,
That's why we're going to Louisville.
Maybe we get,
It just makes me wonder why.
throw some tickets in.
What they're missing out on.
yeah, we used to, we could get them from Kingston.
I think a
Paul
lot of it
Miller's
is
a good one to deal with, they're good people.
the number they sell and
Yeah.
being able to get them. And do we need a closed session?
I can't think of any reason to have one.
We put it on here because we didn't know if there was on a personnel issue, but we got it covered, so. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Wait.
Yeah, we didn't get
I
a
think-
for the truck.
Oh, I thought Sandy made the motion because said if you needed it, I'm sorry.
She did,
I'll
didn't she?
consider that a motion.
Yeah, she said it.
Say something.
Okay.
Second, man, I'll second.
Well, because she made a comment, he thought we needed it. So, well, we have a motion and a second then. Any further discussion? Those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same.
No closed session.
No, I put that on there because we put that on there because we didn't know about the personnel issue, if we would need to
Okay.
go and discuss anything on it that we didn't need to do in here.
Okay, I'll be out there.
And we can't do anything that's not on the agenda, so.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Thank you all very much.
All righty.